Hello, everyone. Welcome to King's Crossing, episode 3 of the second saga, featuring Gnimwirt and Adarag, played by Tough Nuts and DIBS, respectively. Hopefully you guys are excited to be here. I'm glad to be back.
I'm nervous.
You've been nervous? Oh, because of last week?
It didn't end well.
Yeah. I forgot to. I've been prepping for this game for the last 2 hours just to make sure I had everything, and I totally forgot to go through and do a recap of last week. So I don't have a written thing about that. So how about this? For this week, I want you guys to recap the adventure so far, week 1 and week 2, because this would be episode 3. So technically week 1 and week 3, because week 2 we missed a session. But anyways. I want you guys can tag team, one of you can do it, whatever you want to do. I want you to see what you guys have picked up as far as the adventure so far for Gnimwirt and Adarag. Go ahead.
Well, Adarag, you want to take one episode and I'll take the other, or?
I'll how about we just kind of go at it and we'll kind of fill in as we need to.
Okay, yeah, you start then. I'm gonna eat this burrito.
Sounds good. All right, so we started with Adarag making the bold move to run the blockade. That's where our story began. Sailing on the open ocean in the Nimble Wench, and we ran into the Rakar blockade, and Adarag, through pulling some charismatic strings, was able to make it through the first blockade, but then was immediately caught up by the command ship of the Cutlass. What was that? It was the...
I don't think we know that ship's name. The Wake Racer was the Captain Bartholomew ship.
Yeah, Wake Racer was the Captain Bartholomew ship, but the other one was a part of the... Oh, where's my notable factions?
Oh, I know what you're looking for.
The Emerald Enclave?
Mm-mm. No, the Cutlass,
Corsairs.
The Corsairs, the Corsair fleet. That's it. The Corsair fleet, which is like the top fleet of the Rakar army, and so a ship captained by bugbears stopped us, and we tried to make a deal with them to go through, but having one barrel short of a deal, we ended up Adarag ended up getting kicked off the boat, literally. Meanwhile, Gnimwirt and Adarag both struggled to pull a barrel over the edge, having to settle for just the lid of the barrel to try to get them to safety. They then noticed a ship on the horizon, the Wake Racer, a ship of the Merchant Guild of the Emerald Enclave, which, after some tumultuous swimming, both Adarag and Gnimwirt were able to make it to the Wake Racer and were saved by the crew of Captain Bartholomew, who was able to bring us on board and help us get to the town of Arwen's Rest.
Yeah, they were part of the Emerald Enclave.
They were part of the Emerald Enclave, yes. The Wake Racer at the time was carrying supplies. It seemed to be refugee supplies like linens, lighting sources, other salted meats and nuts. They also had crewmate, and then to help row us in from the ship to the docks was crewmate Hawthorne, who helped us at least get to the docks of the city. And on those docks, we met Elder Arlane. Elder Arlane was a old man who welcomed us to the town, and through a strange set of conversations and lots of misunderstandings, we were able to get a little bit of information about the town, including how there was a ogre from Rakar that had just recently gotten into town, named Gurkle. And he invited us to...
Per Tough Nuts notes, the Fat Scout Gurkle.
The Fat Scout Gurkle, yes. And then he also invited us to go and rest our feet for a little while at Hobbs Lodge. and he recommended the scallop broth. Adarag, knowing the patron of the Hobbs Lodge, Griff, quickly took upon to take him up on the offer, but not until after Gnimwirt and Adarag tried to show their support for the town by rolling a couple of barrels from the dock side to the city center. Looking around the city center, it was a very desolate town, so it seemed not to have a whole lot of activity going on. The children were quite scared, and later on we found out why. We also saw a burning building in the square near the old burnt building near the old market. After looking around for a while, we ended up deciding to head on over to Hobbs Lodge, where we met Liliana, the server. Liliana kind of gave us some information about some of the things that were the happenings and goings on around the town, mentioning that Captain Kaler and Jonathan were looking for the source of badness, that there were some heroes that had last left that were her friends, and she was asking us if we could go help them as well. And then she also mentioned that Griff went north looking for his son Mateo. And
a note on the heroes. Everyone keeps calling us heroes, and the only other group that they've called heroes is this group that went east. Just interesting.
Yes. So that about wraps up episode 1.
Damn. You don't think a lot happens until you do a full recap, and I'm like, a lot happened.
Yeah. Is that the detail you're looking for, Ref?
I mean, that was a lot. That was word for word everything that happened. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine.
I mean, we don't have to.
No, I'm here for it. It's good, and it catches anyone joining the stream up on what's going on.
Yeah, I don't think I could be that thorough, but I thought my notes were decent.
The only notes I have on that one is, yeah, you corrected yourself. It's not a currently burning building. It was a burnt building, or it was a burnt old. It's called the Old Market, and basically the whole thing was burnt down. It used to be like a farmer's market kind of area, but the whole area is pretty much just charred remains at this point. What else? Hunt Captain Kyler. Kyler, not Kaler.
Kyler.
Yeah, I think that's the only things that I noticed. I think the rest is good.
Yep.
Good catch on remembering the Corsairs of the top fleet of the Rockar.
Yeah.
Episode 2. What do you got?
Episode 2. All right. So episode 2, we started off in the bar sipping some scallop soup. And we ended up going down into the basement to try to kind of get our thoughts together. But after going into the basement to the common room area, we realized that there were other people down there with us. So maybe discussing things with others around might not be the safest thing to do. So we ended up doing as is custom, flipping over our mattresses and then hiding our pillows to mark our spots. We then decided to start...
custom. Everyone does that.
Yes, of course. We decided to end up just taking off on the road after discussing which way we wanted to go. So Adarag, with his previous ties as to Griff, who has in the past been used to buy some of his wares. He feels for the man and would like to go help. Feels a strong drive to go and help Griff for being a loyal customer, and so he convinced Gnimwirt to, or they talked it out, and Gnimwirt agreed to go north first to try to find Mateo. on the way out of town, Gnimwirt and Adarag had some time to kind of talk to each other, but not before making it to the Mud River, which was where we spent most of our endeavors trying to figure out different ways to cross the Mud River, whether it was trying to Bernie across, or and then ending up falling flat, and then getting some sticks, trying that for a little while, failing to do that, and then eventually
to be fair,
making it.
You fell flat and you failed to use the sticks. I think Gnimwirt was doing fine, if I remember right.
Yes. Adarag was having a rough time of it, but they were
Gnimwirt drowned. You saved him, so it's a
yeah. You trade off.
Yeah. Next time he'll fall over and you'll pick him up.
Exactly. But the reason why they were going across the Mud River was because they saw this red-haired woman with a white gown who seemed to be almost floating across the top of the mud with two mugs, one that was one that she kept on pouring into the other, and she would take the one she was being, and then the one that was being poured into would be handed off to a somebody who was digging for shellfish. She would take a drink herself, and then when she got it back, she would pour another one, and she just kept on doing that, going down the line, which seemed odd to Adarag. So that's why they went in that direction. Eventually, they made it over to her, where Adarag was, where the two of them were able to discern that this mug is some sort of blessed mug by Inebria that is constantly 3/4 full. So no matter how much you pour out, it'll always be 3/4 full. It is also a ashen mug made from an ashen wood tree, which is loosely connected to the Fae. Is that was one of the points of my notes where I was a little unsure, but but it seems to be connected to the Fae, and we were able, after meeting her, we got a drought of confidence. Like none of the we were able to take a drink and feel good going forward on our path. Where
basically, and from that, I don't think I worded it very well and explained it very well, but basically you guys weren't suffering any effects of being stuck in the river in the freezing cold and the mud or anything like that, because you had this warmth and this blessing flowing through you, basically.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. And then Issabella was the one who finally taught us that they weren't burning. In fact, they were just crawling on their hands and feet, dispersing their weight. That was how we learned to cross the rest of it, but not before Gnimwirt finally ended up making us mud shoes. Which I think we have something to say about that one, do we? Because we had a little discussion afterwards about Gnimwirt having basically an ability.
Yeah, he crit succeeded rather than just succeeded. So what I did is, instead of you guys having like snowshoes for the mud, you guys have just regular boots that he made for you guys that you guys are able to put on over your shoes, and it just gives you advantage going through the mud going forward.
Okay. Yeah. So
I did one thing right.
At that point, we were able to cross the Mud River with no worries, but we also were able to get some help from Issabella. She was able to stop by and give us some tips, but also she mentioned that the northern monsters creaked and moaned from the north, and that there was a round rock with a bite mark in it that was taken away from Mateo. And that was the reason why he was going up. That was the last thing that he was doing going north, was trying to find his rock. Is that all canon? that was a little shaky on my
Per
notes.
your knowledge, yes.
Per our knowledge, yes. Okay.
unless
Okay.
Gnimwirt figured out something different.
I think so.
Okay. Per your knowledge.
All right. And then along the trail north, we were run into literally by a kobold named DIBS. DIBS is
I believe Gnimwirt remembers him as a kobold.
a kobold.
Yeah.
That's right.
Mhm.
Yes,
He's
a
only
kobold.
ever read the word in a book. He's never heard it said, so.
So he is a small kobold with a shiv and a hammer slung over his shoulder. A little vial of green liquid fell out of his pocket when he ran into Gnimwirt, which Gnimwirt was the one who ended up going back to pick that up. He also has a metal rose that a very well crafted metal rose that is very similar to the one that is around that we perceived was around Adicilin's neck. At which point, Dibs kind of through nobody's invitation joined our party. And
Do you remember why?
Let's see.
There's a very specific reason why he joined your guys' party. Either of you remember?
I remember he ran into us.
He was running from a monster.
Running from something. Yeah.
Yeah, basically, he was running away from a monster, ran into you guys. He was like, "Where are we going?" You guys are like, "That way." He's like, "Okay."
Yeah, I don't. Is that the reason? Just because we
Basically.
told him? Oh yeah. Okay.
Because he's hiding from a monster and maybe feels safer with you guys.
Yeah. 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 We gathered that he's probably like some sort of blacksmith because he's got the hammer and the swinging stuff around and music.
Yeah, classic blacksmith. Just
Yeah,
swinging
yeah.
stuff around and music.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. At which point, we started to hear a call off in the distance of "Help me!" At which point, Adarag took that to mean that Issabella was in trouble nearby, but not before Gnimwirt had noticed a large purple flower, her purple plant, in front of us. So he cautiously and
think of it as like a flower that hasn't bloomed yet, so it's more of like a bulb.
Okay, so a bulb, yeah.
What it was.
So there's a bulb that he ever so carefully threw a rock at which point a creature of tangled roots and gnarled branches came out of this purple bulb, erupted from this purple bulb, looks at us, and says in the voice of Issabella, "Help me!" and then started charging at us. And now, that is where we left off.
That is where we left off. So, with that, I need you guys to open up your character sheets and roll.
Okay.
It's been
and
a
I
minute
also
since I've done this, so I gotta make sure it works.
And we've never done this, so.
The way.
Yes.
Oh wait, begin combat. There's a way to do this.
That's good.
Yeah. Are you guys?
I see initiative.
Yeah, you see in it. Okay.
And also something that I wanted to remind is that I have Hans's first shot.
Yes, that's gonna come in handy. I think if you right-click your character, there's gonna be the 2 crossed swords. You see that?
Like on the
screen, your 2 like actual characters I put there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You should see, right click it, you should see okay.
Toggle combat state.
Yeah. If you do that, and then on the tabs, there's the chat message, the next one is combat encounters, you're gonna see your character pops up there.
Yeah.
There
Okay.
you go. And then you roll that for roll initiative.
Okay. We're all tough nuts character.
What? Why?
I don't know.
You're both toughness character. Whatever. You can see the image who you are. I wonder if
Yeah.
I can. Can I?
I think it does that when we're not rolling out of our character sheet, when it's just like
Yeah, which
on the
shouldn't
chat.
happen.
I don't know.
Oh wait, here we go. Adarag. Bohol. Bohol. Update. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
And update button. One is Gnimwirt. No last name. Do you have a last name?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Okay. Then I need.
I was an orphan. I don't know it.
That's fair.
He was born and raised in the academic halls and never knew his father. Twig
All right.
Blight.
All right. So initial combat is going down. However, thank you for reminding me. Adarag, you have stuff you can do. Can you?
Yes.
On your character sheet, you should be able to click that and click it to send it to chat.
Okay. Post item chat.
There you go. So now
I'll do
everybody can see exactly what that is. So when combat begins, you gain 3 action points that must be used immediately at the top of the initiative order. Even if you were surprised, once spent, determine your place in the initiative order, or ladder, which we've already got that, and take your turns normally. If more than 2 smugglers are present, doesn't matter. Okay, so you get to go first. You have 3 action points to spend. You have the reference of what you can do during your turn, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I should have it too.
Oh yeah, we have that PDF somewhere, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab that real quick.
I've got it printed out here. But I've also got don't actually have that one open on my computer, so chat I can't show you, but just know that they have things they can do on their turn. Yay.
Hey.
When did you send that? Just remind me.
He uploaded it to the Google Drive.
Yeah, it's on the Google Drive. Yes,
Okay.
you should just be able to go to that
So
Google
with
Drive
all the
and
books and stuff.
share it in there.
Okay.
And I think it's labeled 1 and 2.
GM screen
That's
1.
it,
Which
yeah.
one do I want?
GM screen. Hang on.
1 and 1.
GM screen.
While you look
Revised
for that,
GM screen color.
fix something here. There we go. Did you find it?
I think it's the 3rd page of GM screen 2.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
There you go.
Yeah, it starts with like charge, get up, hustle, maneuver, run.
That's it. Yep. So you can see how many action points it takes to do this. If you guys have any questions, this is basically our mock combat where we get to kind of learn how combat works in this. So take your time, talk it out. Feel free. I'm not gonna kill you guys. I'm gonna let you know this combat you're safe. So feel free to experiment. Be like, oh, I want to try this with this move or whatever. Like you can try stuff. I'm gonna allow it, right? We can test it out and see what we want to do. So, Adarag, you have 3 action points to spend before anything happens at all.
Yeah. Let's see.
If you kill this guy right off the gate, I'm going to be mad.
All right. I've got it printed off now. Oh, that's much easier to read.
Yeah, I printed mine too. I was like, this is better.
Okay. And that way I can also look at what my things do. All right. So how
first
far
off,
away am I? Yeah.
So let me ask Gnimwirt this. Gnimwirt, you stepped back. You threw a rock, right?
Yeah. When I did that, I thought I was like a good ways away.
Yeah. So we'll say you were 20 meters away. It got out and started moving towards you guys. So we'll say it's like 15 meters away.
Okay.
15 meters?
Yep.
Okay.
You have
What's
a
that in
movement
yards?
of then yards, whatever.
You're the engineer.
I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. If the system uses yards, then we're going with yards. You have a movement of 9 yards.
Okay. Oh, and it cut off some of my stuff. I'll have to do that later.
I turned my light around so it's not just blinding me in the face. Except now my desk is really dark, so it's like hard to read. I need a lamp.
All right, so okay, so do I get to move my normal movement? And is that going to take any action points?
Yes. Movement. Oh, it doesn't actually say. That's
I'm wondering if
interesting.
that is that like a
hustle. Hustle at movement times 1 invokes opportunity attacks if moving out of engagement. Yeah, hustle is basically just movement.
Okay. So we're 15 yards away. My movement.
You have 9.
9.
So a charge would be movement times 2, and you add an extra damage dice to damage if you hit. You would be able to move 18, get up close enough to him. If you're using a melee weapon, that's an option.
Yeah.
Attack actions. Yeah, melee attack is 1.
Yeah.
Or you could do other stuff. You could get up close enough to it and try to take it down. You could try and disarm it. Well, you can't disarm it because it doesn't have any like actual weapons. Its weapons are part of its body. You could try and chokehold it, but I don't know how well choking a tree person would work.
Yeah.
That's like when Captain America was trying to choke Ultron, the robot. Just level up in Mario?
World of Warcraft, man. Come on. Come on, man. Yeah.
I think that's an add-on though, Adam.
I was like, I think that's when you jump off the thing and grab the flag at the end of Mario and you slide down the pole and you're going to the castle. Pretty sure that's from.
These are the important questions.
Yeah, welcome to King's Crossing.
All right. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to hustle to get within 8 yards of the Twig Blight. And then I'm going to take aim.
Okay.
With spending 1 action point.
Okay.
And then I'm going. And then I'm going to do a ranged attack with my flintlock pistol.
Shit. Okay.
So, how do I click all that?
So move is you've moved up. You've gotten in range. Perfect. Let me pull up your character sheet here. Head over to your trappings. Your flintlock pistol has a distance of 8 yards. You're within the 8 yards. So you're good. You're gonna go to your trappings. You're gonna go to your flintlock pistol, and you're gonna click that little dice next to it. On the additional fury die, you're not adding one because you didn't do anything with that. Base chance modifier, you're giving yourself a +10 because you took aim.
Okay.
Difficulty rating is gonna be standard. Everything else is normal, and then you just roll from there.
Okay. And okay.
Now,
all right.
So you needed a 52 or less. You got a 14, so that's a success. You rolled really well. Cool. What we need to do is we need to
and it's flipped to fail. Dang.
Yeah, wait, why is it flipped to fail?
Why is it flipped to fail? Because I have simple range.
No, it wouldn't be flipped to fail because it's a martial range.
Oh, okay.
That's
then
why.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Oh.
Well,
no, then you would still succeed because if you flip the fail, you would flip the numbers. It would be 41, and you need a 52 or less, so still succeed.
Yeah,
you got really lucky. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a martial range weapon. Interesting.
Okay.
Were you able to? Was martial range something you could have trained?
No.
Interesting that it gives you the option to start with a flintlock pistol, but doesn't give you the option to be trained with it. Interesting. Okay.
DM, help him.
Yeah. Well,
DM, help.
I'm new DM to the system. I'm learning too. But all right. So go ahead and roll damage. Damage should be all standard. So click that little damage. So you got a 7. So it looks like you got a 3 as your combat bonus. You get an automatic 3, and then you rolled a d6 and you got a 4. So a 7 total.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. The one thing I want to see, range 1, 3 plus perception. Okay. Show qualities. So the qualities of this gun. Weapons of this quality, says gunpowder, can be loaded and fired while standing in an engagement. Furthermore, these weapons cannot be dodged or parried. Finally, they explode with phase 1 or 6. Oh, explode with 1 or 6. You didn't get that. You got a 4, so you're all right there.
We're all good there.
When you critically fail, it blows up. Yeah. It's potential to blow up in your hand, but you didn't critically fail, so you're good there. Okay, so 7 damage. Now, you guys have 3 fortune points that you guys can use as you want. You could make your dice explode and do extra damage.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to.
Well, do we want to use it on the opening shot, or do we want to maybe save them until we may need them later on?
Yeah, I'd say if emergency, that's when we use them. Because if we use them, then the enemy can use them too, right? So
if you use them, they flip to misfortune, and I get to use them.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe we hold on to them for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that
will
plan.
admit, the other party going through this are very reserved with theirs too. They're like, I'm not using. They've gotten a little bit more loose with it lately. The last couple, like episode 6 and 7, they were like, all right, we're gonna start using them a little bit. What they would do a lot of is they get to like the last half hour and we're like, we can use him because he's not gonna get a chance to use them against us. And I was like,
I don't want to meta game, but
yeah,
like
true.
if we need them, we'll use them. But
all right, so 7 damage. So what I'll tell you is, as you guys do damage and stuff, I will let you know if it goes, like, I won't tell you exactly, like, oh, it has a damage threshold of 7, you exactly hit. Like, I won't tell you that, but I will tell you if you do damage or not, and I will tell you if it gets to different stages of health. So, you did damage. You know you did damage, but you don't know, like, okay, it didn't change, like, it still looks fine, it's still doing its thing. Or I'll be like, wow, this thing is, like, you just shot off its arm or something, like, this thing's struggling. Like, I'll give you clues and hints as to the current health of the creature, right?
Gotcha. Okay.
Real quick,
yeah.
Last time I think you had a picture of this creature. Can you describe it to us?
I can do you one better. I can do that. Does that show to you guys?
Yeah.
So that is what it looks like.
Okay, and this came out of the bulb.
It crawled out of the bulb as the bulb cracked from the impact of the rock. I will say, both of you guys roll an awareness check for me now that you're up close and personal with it.
Standard across the board?
Standard across the board. Nice. Okay. You don't notice anything else particularly about this thing?
Jeez, that's a high roll.
94. Wow, yeah, you really didn't want to succeed. You guys could re-roll if you want to spend fortune points.
I
just want to.
I want
you
re-roll.
to be aware of all of your options. Okay, go ahead and click a re-roll, and that's a success. Gnimwirt?
No, I'm good.
Okay, Adarag, you've moved up and gotten close to this thing. You pulled out your pistol, shot it. As you shoot it, the bullet impacts, and the wood face kind of peels away, and you see human flesh and skin and like half of what looks like a child's face. As a screech of just like a child. Ah! Like, I can't do it, but a child. Ah! Like screeching because you just shot it. And then the wood kind of covers its face again, kind of piece working itself back over the head.
Gnimwirt, I believe there might be a child in there.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like I closed something and I didn't mean to.
Did it sound like a male scream or a female scream?
You couldn't really tell
Okay.
because children sound alike.
Because children are all high pitched.
Yep. Basically. Yep. All right, there we go. I had lost something. All right. So that used your 3 action points. That brings us into combat proper. Gnimwirt, it's your turn, and I just realized that I spelt your name wrong.
Oh, good.
No, I didn't. That's right.
No,
dumb.
it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm looking through. I printed off the sheet as well. There's nothing really about like tinkering because that normally wouldn't be a part of combat. But with my character, I'm kind of weird. So I'm wondering, you might have to help me with like, if I wanted to like quickly pull something together. I don't know what actions those would use and all that stuff. So maybe I could just like tell you what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I'm looking something up, but go ahead and detail it. I mean, this is our chance to try stuff, so
Yeah,
by all means.
yeah. I was thinking, so my character, he probably wouldn't just like run in with his dagger and attack right away because that's like if I have no other options. So I'm thinking I would maybe try to like just around my feet, like gather up a bunch of vines in the forest and like quickly make a net or something to restrain this thing.
Okay. Okay.
I don't
Yeah, I
know.
like that. I like that. No, that's perfectly fine. We can work with that. Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at time for crafting and how long it takes. Look at and I'm gonna ask you guys this. I want to do this. You know what? I'll make it a fair trade. You guys can use a fortune point, and I will give you hints, tips, stuff like that going forward. Otherwise, I'm gonna leave it up to your disposal. What you guys, you can pitch these ideas, and I'll work with you on them. But there are things that I know that you won't know that I can give you hints and stuff on. But I'm gonna make it. You have to spend a fortune point, and I will. This is one time. This isn't gonna be like a continual thing for this. I'll let it happen. So you guys let me know if you want to spend a fortune point. I will give you hints and tips and tricks.
Like hints on like what my character should do, or what do you mean?
Yeah. In this instance, yeah, that's exactly what it would do. While I look.
I mean, as much as I want that, I kind of want to try to think for my character right now.
That makes sense. Yeah, perfectly fine.
Perfectly. So yeah, I don't know if this would work, but I think I'd try to like just grab vines and like quickly fashion it into something that I can like toss to Adarag and we can like pin it down with these vines or something. Try to.
Okay.
Especially since he yelled out that there's a kid inside, maybe we don't want to kill it.
Ooh, okay.
I know I'm making it difficult.
No, you're perfectly fine. I like it. We need, the creativity, and that's what I told you with your character is going to be a lot of creative thinking. So, perfectly.
Yeah,
okay
I'm gonna have to like think outside the box with combat.
Yeah. So it is a invent a new trapping based on your focuses. Okay, so it is a hard check normally to do this. However, you have things that help you with this. Those being where do I find those? Here we go. Let's see. All trappings you craft are always best in class. Man, you can sell anything you make for 3 times its listed price. You guys are gonna be rich as hell. Let's see. You can flip the results to succeed. If you succeed, it's always a critical success. And you get a plus 15 to it. Okay. Yeah, so it would still be a hard check to do this, but basically you get to flip to succeed, and if you succeed, it's a crit, and that's crazy. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna allow it. What you're gonna do is you're gonna roll tradecraft. Don't forget to give yourself so when you go to roll in the base chance modifier a +5. Because if you remember, you already have a +10, but you're supposed to have a +15.
Right.
Okay. The difficulty rating is going to be hard.
Okay.
And then flip to succeed.
Okay.
Oh, neat. Okay, I just noticed something. Okay. And then you roll as normal. Tradecraft, you succeeded. Success 36. Flip to succeed hard. Yep. Okay. You craft yourself a nice little net you could throw. You see, and you have the trait to where it's great fucking quality. This is a strong net.
Okay.
As far as action points to do this, I'm gonna say gathering materials, crafting it. I feel like it would take full turn to do that.
I kind of agree. Like because this is gonna happen a lot for my character.
And I think
so I'm thinking
within the game, I think a round is 10 seconds. So I'm even being very generous. In 10 seconds, you being able to craft this thing, I think that's even kind of illogical. I might have to think on that, but
yeah.
for this mock combat, let's say it's going to take you 1 round to make it.
I mean, if you want, we could do like 3 action points to gather and then 3 action points to make, so I make it next round. I don't know.
Yeah, let's do that for now. If you still want to go that route, perfectly fine. There's got to be something for using skills in combat and like how much action points that takes. But for now, we're just gonna homebrew it. I'm gonna say it'll take you 2 rounds to make this.
Okay.
That's still 20 seconds to craft this thing. You're a mad genius.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
So this time, can I keep my roll though that it succeeds?
Yeah. You're
okay.
So
I'll just be doing this for the next 2 rounds.
You'll forfeit next turn doing this.
That's fine.
Okay. That's cool. I like it. Okay. So that takes us off of Gnimwirt. That takes us back to Adarag. Adarag, you guys are gonna destroy this thing. He hasn't even had a chance to act. It is your turn. You have 3 action points. What do you want to do? And remember, you guys, if you save an action point, you have reactions. So if you save action points, when he goes to attack you, say he attacks you with a melee weapon, you could parry. Excuse me. If he goes to attack you with a ranged weapon, you can dodge. Your other options are you could assist another character with what they're doing. Counterspelling doesn't apply to you guys. Opportunity attack doesn't cost any action points, so don't worry about that. And resist doesn't cost any action points, so don't worry about that.
Okay. Then here's what I'd like to do. So if I want to do, so even though I'm now within 8 feet, so technically I could get there with just a hustle, could I still do a charge to get the fury die damage?
Yes. Yes, you can. It just makes it to where you could move. Let me double check the reading on that. It says charge at movement ×2. Yeah, not charge up. Charge to movement ×2. Or at.
Gotcha.
You're fine. You can do it. Because I did that with Grunkle. Grunkle does it a lot. He uses charge all the time because he actually has a perk on his character where he gets extra bonuses when he charges.
Sweet.
Yeah, so that's perfectly fine.
All right, then yeah, I'm going to charge at them and strike with my stiletto.
Okay.
But also I have the trait low blow.
Oh god, I remember this. Yeah, you're a nasty little fucker. What does that do? Can you throw it up in chat?
Yeah, it's in chat.
Oh, you did. All right.
Whenever you make a successful melee attack, you force foe to resist a stunning blow. You must be engaged with a foe in order to use a low blow.
And you will be, and he has to resist a stunning blow. Okay. Perfect. Yeah, that'll do.
That checks out.
Absolutely. I'm double checking.
So, yeah.
I'm double checking exactly how resists work because I want to do it right. But go ahead and you're running up and you're going to do a melee action. You can use your stiletto. When you go to roll it, make sure you put a 1 where it says how many extra d6 fury die.
Additional fury dice.
Yeah,
1.
so you'll have 1 extra.
That's because
fury
he's
die.
charging.
Because he's charging, he gets the 1 extra
Okay.
fury die. So what that means is if you hit when you do damage, it'll give you an extra d6 of damage. It's like doing a sneak attack in D&D.
Gotcha.
But this is like a charge rage for like a barbarian kind of thing. Everything else is standard.
Okay. Oh.
Oh,
So
damn.
close.
You could reroll. You have a 52% chance to hit, so that's pretty good.
Pretty good chance to hit.
Yeah. Over half.
I feel kind of bad using multiple fortunes, but
It's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, go for it if you want to.
I feel like I really want to stun this guy.
Yeah. You
so-
put a lot into this attack right here, so
There we go.
Wow, 10.
That'll do.
Yep, that'll do. So you attack with your stiletto. You hit. Go ahead and do damage, and then make sure we check the 12 damage. Oh, because you got an extra fury die. Yeah, so 5 and a 4 on your 2d6s plus your 3, so yeah, 12 damage. That's insane. You could spend your last fortune point to make it explode and do more damage.
Let's see. No, I think I've given you enough things to throw back at us.
Okay.
For
If
now.
I even get a chance, he might be dead. I mean,
and so then I don't know, how do we resolve the low blow, stunning blow stuff?
Yep, I just found it, so I'm gonna pull that up. First, before we do that, I'm looking at show qualities. So fast. Whenever he's struck by weapons of this quality, they suffer a -10 base chance to dodge or parry. Good to remember. Weapons of this quality grant an additional, and he hasn't gotten a turn yet, so he doesn't even have his 3 action. It's when you get your 3 action points when it gets to your turn. So he can't even dodge or parry yet because he hasn't gotten his action points. So you guys are kind of fucking me here. Which is good. You guys are doing great. You guys were like, we're not gonna be heroes and fighters, and you guys are kicking ass. Okay, so vicious.
we're using 2 fortune points too, but
But weapons of this quality grant an additional 1d6 chaos die to determine whether you inflict an injury on a foe. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you, you're about to see that. Weapons of this quality can only inflict moderate or serious, never grievous injuries. Okay. So, which would you like to handle first? You want to handle injuries first, or your perilous stunning attack first? Stunning blow, excuse me.
Let's resolve the stunning blow first.
Okay, so the stunning blow. I want to read your thing. Just whenever you make a successful, you force a foe to resist a stunning blow. Okay, so you don't even have to roll anything. You're already applying it. They just have to resist it. Okay. So
I go for the knees.
And what I can see is stunning blow, they have to resist, almost resist with their toughness or be stunned. Which means they start with 1 less action point. Oh god, okay. He hasn't even gotten any yet. It's gonna be so okay. So he needs to do toughness check. Okay. Toughness check, and he didn't have any modifiers to that, right? No, -10 dodge or parry. Okay. So he just has to successfully resist this. Nothing to it. Roll. He failed. I have a 40% chance. I'm going to use a misfortune. Let's go! It worked out. Okay, so I used one of my misfortunes. I needed a 40 less. The first roll was a 76. I failed. The second roll that I re-rolled with was a 20, so I succeed. So he doesn't get stunned by this. You stab at you charge up, cutting into this thing. Unfortunately, it's a piercing weapon. He's made of just branches, so it's hard to find connection, but as you stab through, when you go to pull back out, you actually rip apart some of the branches. He resists being stunned, but he will take damage from this. So, you do 12 damage. And from your shot earlier, you notice that this thing was hurt. Lightly wounded, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
This stab and cut has brought it, like, it screeches, and you see, you've basically gutted it at the armpit, and you see its arm is just, like, hanging off, and the branches are trying to reconnect, but you can see, like, this thing is seriously injured. With that, I really should have refreshed myself on this, but I've moved it. Oh god, I really should have refreshed myself on all this. 1 second.
Okay.
There is in the game mastery section combat rules. Okay, so first, suffering injuries. Okay. There is these are a special kind of creature, and so I just need to make sure that I'm sorry, guys.
And they're immune to piercing damage.
No. It's nothing like that. You definitely hit it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to. There's a. Damn it. Fred had actually been the one who found this initially. Okay, I might just leave it for now because I don't get. Yeah, screw it. Okay. So we're gonna say that these things take injuries just like every other. You were about to fuck this thing up. So this thing jumped straight to. See, the question that I have is, it went from mild, lightly wounded, skipped moderately wounded, and went straight to seriously wounded. So does it still take injuries at moderately wounded? Or does it just go straight to seriously wounded and take injuries for that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's the question I have.
Well, applying it to us later on down the road, would we rather get hit with 2 injuries down the road or 1 injury for the higher one?
It doesn't. Hey, that's so weird. There's probably somewhere in here that it says. For now, we're just gonna homebrew rule it, so that way we can keep moving. I'm just gonna say it's gonna roll for seriously wounded, and with, I think there's something in here actually. When you're rolling for this, seriously wounded, you roll 2d6 to see if it takes an injury or not. And this is what I fucked up in my first group, is I wasn't having them roll to see if they took injuries. I was just rolling their injuries. And so they were just getting injured regardless, and they were like, well, we're getting fucked. And I was like, yeah, you kind of are. So I looked it up later, and I was like, yep, that was wrong. So here are the injuries. I just roll it at 2d6 and see if he takes an injury. I was just trying to see if I could find the rules on it, but I'm pretty sure I remember. So we're going to go /roll 2d6. If he gets a 6 on either of these, which he got a 6 and a 4, so he does take 1 injury. You fucks. Okay. Serious injury. So, Adarag, why don't you roll me a 1d100 and we'll see what injury you gave him, and hopefully it makes sense.
Okay. /roll.
Yeah, /R space 1d100. Go 56.
Tough Nuts character.
Shell shock. God damn it. Whatever. Shell shock. Until fully recuperated, you cannot add fury die to damage damn it. That was something I was planning on doing. Okay. He's shell shocked from this, probably from the shotgun or the pistol blast, which they've probably never seen before, and its arm being ripped apart. This thing is now shell shocked. Sweet. Thanks for that. I think I can actually apply this. Shell shocked. Boom. Did it just roll?
19.
2d10 plus 2. Why did I roll 2d?
Determining recuperation time.
Recuperation time. Interesting. It's neat. So in
You rolled high.
In 19, it will recuperate from shell shock.
Is that 19 turns or hours or what?
I would assume turns, but if it gets out, then until fully recuperated, yeah. So, from shell shock, I'm gonna say 19 turns. Okay. You did all your actions. Hey, look, it's the Twig Blight's turn. Okay. He's very injured, but he's not down. You're in melee range. You're engaged with him.
I'm engaged.
Okay, you are engaged. Okay. So with that, what do I want to do? Can't charge, can't do any of that. Was going to, but I won't anymore. Fine.
Fine.
You also can't add any fury die, which sucks. The big thing about his fury die is he doesn't do much damage on his own. It's the fury die that really add the damage. So you just that really probably saved you guys from actually taking any serious damage here.
Nice. Well, we'll see. We're both small.
Yes. Can't do anything with that. Okay. Got an idea. You're not gonna like it. Okay. I'm gonna go with a Litany of Hatred to start. It's a special action. Make an Intimidate test. You good at Intimidate? Hang on, this might not go well. Okay, this might not go well. You guys might be saved. He's gonna make an Intimidation check. Number of foes equal to his Fellowship bonus, which is 4. So all 3 of you. Suffer -1 damage and peril threshold. Make an Intimidate test. Okay, so he's gonna roll for his Intimidate. If this succeeds, you guys get -1 to your overall peril and damage threshold for the rest of the combat. If he fails, nothing happens. That's a success. I needed a 40 or less, got a 32.
Say it one more time, what it does.
So,
it's going to reduce our peril and damage threshold by 1.
-1 damage and peril threshold. So on your actual character sheets, when you're looking at them, so I'm looking at Adarag's, you have a damage threshold of 4 and a peril threshold of 7. So this would just effectively make it a peril threshold of 6 and a damage threshold of 3.
Yep.
And Adarag, I believe that brings you down to a 2 damage threshold. I'm not sure what your peril threshold.
You mean Gnimwirt?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, 2 and 9. So we're not actually moving to imperiled and lightly wounded.
No, it didn't do any damage. It just intimidated you guys. So basically, this thing was just like, rah! And like let out this crazy screech that I'm not gonna do because I don't want to hurt your guys' ears. And it's like, rah! And you guys are like, ah! It's basically the equivalent of what just happened. Excuse me. I'm gonna have this thing save an action point just in case it needs to parry. It's going to attack. Just do a basic melee attack against Adarag. Adarag, you didn't save any action points, correct?
Nope.
Okay, so you can't parry or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about that. This thing is going to use its arm, its right arm, because its left arm is currently reattaching itself. It's going to use its right arm. Now, this thing's made of like twigs and branches. Its right arm is basically the equivalent of a spear. And it's just going to jab at you. hopefully hitting.
Tell me how you really feel.
Yeah. Doesn't get any fury die. Doesn't get any fury die at all, does it?
Nope.
That sucks. Okay, roll. All right, and needed a 50 or less. It got a 72. I still have
Right.
one misfortune.
Yes, you do.
I'm gonna use it. Let's go! That's a crit.
You're getting lucky with
success.
those.
I am, yeah.
Oh man.
So I needed a 50 or less. It rerolled, got a 44, which is a critical success, my guys.
Ugh.
For a whole whopping 4 damage because I can't use any fury die. But it did bring down your damage threshold to 3, so that should do damage to you, yeah?
So that does do damage. Yep.
So that'll bring you from no injuries to, or no wounds to lightly wounded. You know, 1 track.
So
Go ahead.
I understand the getting damaged system, but what? And I understand like the farther down you go, the more injuries you have potential to get and all that. What does being lightly wounded actually do, though? Can we see that?
That's a good question. There is negative effects to your skills and stuff that it'll apply. I'm pretty sure, but don't quote me on it. Let's get the actual wording on this.
Because I feel like that's important to understand. Like, all right, I'm lightly wounded now. I'm less good at XYZ.
Yep. That would be good to know. Absolutely. Lightly wounded. Damage condition track. At lightly wounded, you have small cuts, light bruising, and perhaps an itch or mild pain. You can shrug most of this off with perhaps a visit to the local barber surgeon. You've been hurt at some point, but a bit of rest should help. That didn't help much. I'm looking at what? Moderately wounded. Wow. Okay, I mean, that gave us some information, but mechanically speaking, it didn't give us much, right?
Yeah, and maybe there's not much at that level. I don't know.
Yeah. That's basically all it really gives you. It's just an idea. So it's not really a mechanical thing. It's just a basic look at your character. So I would equate it to Pokemon. Have either of you guys played Pokemon? So when you're in Pokemon, yes, they have like the numbers and stuff, but you see like the bar go from like green to yellow to red to out. That's basically what it is. So you're at yellow bar.
Okay.
But you're still able to do your damage and attack and all that. That
doesn't
change. So now we know. Good question. All right. So he attacked. He has fast, which means it would be harder for you to dodge, parry, but it doesn't matter. You weren't able to. And weak, so he can't do serious injury. Can't do grievous injuries. Doesn't apply. So that's it. I can't explode the die because you took away all my fury die. Yeah, that's it. That's his turn. He's saving 1 action point just in case. So then we have that for future reference. That brings us to DIBS. Now, DIBS, I've thought about what I want DIBS to do. DIBS is going to use dirty tricks. He's going to make a guile test. He's going to use a guile test, and he must resist with using awareness or be blinded. So basically what DIBS is doing is he's scooping up a bunch of dirt and mud and throwing it in his face. Yeah, pocket sand. Yep. So he has to make a guile test to succeed. So let's go with DIBS. Guile. Oh, he's not good at this. Fail. Womp. All right. So he tried to do that. He threw mud. He splatters.
So that's just 1 action point, right?
Yeah. He's not done. So he splatters some mud on Adarag and on the sprig thing. I think what he's gonna do, he's gonna save some actions to both assist assist Gnimwirt. Okay, so he's gonna save 1 action point. He spends his other action rooting around for an item in his inventory. which he can't find. He spends a whole action point trying to find something of his that was stolen, but we won't talk about that. That brings us to the top of the turn order. Gnimwirt.
I finished making my net.
That's right. Yep, you're still making your net. Adarag.
All right, so I got 3 actions.
Yeah, I'm retconning something. I would say it would take you 3 rounds to make your net, but DIBS is assisting you, so it's only going to take you 2. He's spending an action to assist. Okay.
Okay.
So it'll only take you 2. So basically nothing's changed, but he is helping. Okay. So what were you saying, Adarag? Sorry.
So we have 3 action points at the start.
Yep, you're up to 3 action points now. Refreshed.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to, and you said he's at seriously wounded right now?
Yeah, he's looking seriously wounded.
Gotcha. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do subdue.
Okay.
Intentionally avoid inflicting injuries or dealing enough damage to render the foe slain by your melee weapon attack.
Okay, so you're spending an action point to do non-lethal damage is basically what that means.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I am going to attack with my stiletto again.
Okay. So you're using 1 action point to make sure that you don't do lethal damage. You're using 1 point to attack. What are you doing with the 3rd action point?
Third one I'm going to save just in case I have to try
Save
to...
For reaction?
Yeah, reaction.
Okay. So go ahead and make a standard stiletto attack. And you don't get any extra fury die on this one because you're not charging. You don't get... I'm trying to remember what else there was. Oh no, it was Gnimwirt. Sorry. Okay, yeah. No extra fury die, but otherwise you just roll as normal.
But I still would do stunning blow, right?
Your weapon will do stunning blow. It's part of the features of it. There's nothing you need to do with that.
Gotcha.
Critical failure. And you can't re-roll on critical failures.
Yeah. Man. And
Damn.
that's just over my...
So basically what's happened, you needed a 52, I should word this out because some people might listen to this. You needed a 52 or less, you rolled a 55, remembering that similar numbers are crits. In this case, you're over, so it would be a crit fail. So what happens is you take your stiletto and you go to stab into him again. You're like, oh, this is working. You go to stab and you're trying not to kill him, so you're being a little bit careful and you're being a little bit too careful. You stab into him and your stiletto is stuck in the branches. You're currently holding on to it. You could let go and be able to act, or you can hold on to it so that you don't lose your weapon and become disarmed. Which do you choose?
So I'm still saving an action point, but I'm going to leave it in there and hold on to it while it's still in there.
So you're holding on to it. This will make it to where, like, if you're going to keep holding on to it, when I go to give you an option to parry, you don't have a weapon to parry with. You see what I'm saying? So, like, that would be a tough. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay. That brings us to Twig Blight. Oh, it's the Twig Blight's turn. He got a 2nd turn. I'm so impressed.
Yeah.
I didn't think he would make it this long. All right. Well, he's got you locked up. He didn't have to parry or anything, so I can only use Litany of Hatred once per combat, so I can't bring you guys down again. Let's go with... He's got you hooked. He's going to go with a take aim and an attack. So he's going to go plus 10% to his attack. Let's try that. Again, going to stab you. Plus 10% for being cool. Roll. And you guys didn't give me... Oh my god, you guys didn't give me any misfortune points. He needed a 60 or less. He gets a 66. Another critical failure.
You already used 2, so...
You guys used 2.
Well, yeah, but you said we didn't give you any.
I know, but Well, I wouldn't have been able to reroll it anyway. It's a crit fail, so whatever.
Yeah.
He goes to stab at you and completely misses and stabs into the ground. His arm is stuck in the ground. Your stiletto stuck through him. This is quite the fight on our hands. That brings us to DIBS. DIBS is going to once again try and kick some mud up in its face. Once again, guile check. Fail. Can't reroll because you guys. I could have used my misfortune for you guys. How would that work?
You wouldn't, though.
No, I wouldn't. So what I'm gonna say is, you guys can use a fortune if you want him to reroll. Granted, he has to make a 35 or better to succeed. He rolled an 84.
I think I'm good on the mud.
Yeah, I'm good on the mud.
He's not going to be able to blind the creature this turn.
I mean, he could do that 3 times, I guess, because it's 1 action point.
True, but he's going to spend another action searching through his inventory again, trying to find this item. And then he's going to stop and use his 3rd action point to start perceiving what's going on around you guys in the swamp. You see him stop and like perk up and start looking around. I'm gonna roll this one secretly so you guys can't see. I need my D100 though. Comparatively to his skill. All right. Okay. That brings us to Gnimwirt. You have a net that DIBS helped you craft. Or you probably had DIBS like gathering up stuff and you were crafting it.
Yeah. So yeah, I've got this strong net now.
Best of quality, best of class net.
Best of class net.
It would win prizes at the county fair.
How far am I from Adarag and the twig
15
thing?
yards.
15 yards.
And is that for my movement speed or whatever? What would I have to do to get to them? Is that a hustle?
You have a movement speed of 9. Hustle is to move once. Charge is to move twice. I'm looking for something real quick. Stand by. Wrong. This one. Okay. Your sheet thinks you're overweight. Ignore that. You're not. I just gave you a net. Because you crafted one. It's now in your inventory. So you can see you have a distance of 6 yards to throw it.
Okay.
Does that work?
So I'm gonna use a hustle to move 9 yards closer.
Okay. Oh my god. And then you're 6 yards away. Holy shit. That just worked out.
Am I? I mean,
yeah, he's 15 yards away, and you move 9 yards closer.
How many action points is it to throw at something?
It would be a basic attack. Your ranged attack 1.
1. Okay.
So
actually, I'm gonna.
Or you could save one for reaction, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll charge actually and get like right up in there next to Adarag.
Okay.
And then I'm hoping I can like toss him aside of the net and we can try to pin the twig down instead of throwing it. Like I'm holding it down.
Okay.
Around the twig thing.
Okay.
If I
would allow you to do that as a melee attack. The problem with this is I take it back. Adarag saved an action point for reaction. One of your reactions is assist.
Yeah.
So I can assist 2 action points to move forward. You have 1 action point to make a melee attack, and he can make an assist. Jesus, how did that just... I'm so mad at you. So the way this would work is you would roll...
Be mad at me.
Well, I mean, it's still using it as a simple range, but I'm going to allow it. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if I'm supposed to, but I'm going to allow it. So you're going to roll your net attack, and where it says skill test mode, you're gonna click assisted.
So, okay, go to trappings.
If Adarag is assisting you.
Yes,
Adarag,
Adarag's
if you choose to assist him, you have to let go of your stiletto.
Okay.
Thus being disarmed.
Yeah.
So before you roll it, what are you doing, Adarag?
I'm going to think that this guy is much smarter than me.
Dibs?
Yes. And I am going to let go of my after seeing the
Gnimwirt,
thing
do you
try to
say
stab-
anything to him, or you just run up and hand him a part of the net? Or Gnimwirt comes sprinting up to you, full speed. Hands you a part of the net. Do you say anything to him? Do you do anything?
Yeah, it's like, grab the net, pin him down. Yeah.
What do you do, Adarag?
Aye, sir.
Perfect.
And
Adarag, you become disarmed. You let go of your stiletto, still stuck inside this creature. Adarag, you grab part of the net. Gnimwirt, roll for it.
So, how do I add the assisted thing?
It's under, when you go to roll for your net, under skill test mode, assisted.
Assisted, okay.
I'm
And everything
pretty
else
sure.
is standard, normal.
Yeah, because you didn't take aim, nothing like that, so you just roll.
Okay.
You needed a 41 or better. You got a 31. I'm gonna double check roll details because I want to make sure. I want to see what assisted did. Scoring bonus penalty, special modifier 000. It doesn't look like assisted did anything. It does say assisted. It says 3d10.
So I rolled a 3, 8, and 1. What does that mean?
I don't know. 12. Hang on. Total chance 41. You got a 12, but I don't know what that goes to. You got a 31.
Did it take the 2 lowest numbers or something?
Double check. Hang on. Assist. You can attempt an assist on an ally skill test. That doesn't help. Let me jump down here. I'm gonna find out. Excuse me. This is good. Assisted test. Here we go. Fortunately, your character is not alone in their adventures. There are times in any grim and perilous game, blah, 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 blah. You should always endeavor, blah, blah, blah. Okay, an assisting ally must at least possess one skill rank in the relevant skill to assist another. Adarag, do you have simple range?
yes, I do.
Okay. Okay. Whenever an ally intends to assist your skill test, they must hand one of their D100s, their tens die, to you. This die is called the assist die and can replace the tens die result of the next skill test you make. So you roll your D100 and the assist die along with it. When determining results, you may reference the original tens die of the assist die with the results you prefer. Jesus Christ, why don't I understand this? Completely the lowest result. This means that if you roll a D100 that comes up with 45% and your assist die comes up with as a face 3, your new derived result 35%. Oh, okay, I see.
Okay, so it's taking the D10 and that's going to be like the tens place, and then
yeah. I don't know what this 3D10 is. They got a 12. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. Can you? I'm still gonna allow you to succeed, but just for posterity, I think that's the word's sake. Can you roll your net again? Standard. Don't do assisted. Just standard across the board. Wow, you got a way better roll. So there you have 1D100. Okay, so yeah, I don't know what the 3D10 is. So in this case, what would happen? Either way, you succeed. You rolled, you succeed. Adarag, I need you to roll a 1d10 /r space 1d10. Okay, so in this case, Adarag is assisting you, so we'll go with your first roll. Well, we'll go with your second roll. You got a 0-2. You could change that to a 92 with his assistance.
No.
So basically, Adarag's like, let's do it this way. You're like, no. That's basically what's happened. And you guys put a net over him. But net has, where is it? Net qualities. I don't know why I can't. Can you roll your damage? Click that damage on your second roll, the 2. Yeah, I was gonna say it shouldn't do any damage, but now we can see show qualities. So entangling, immediately after striking a foe, weapons of this quality force a foe to resist either a chokehold or takedown. You choose which. Additionally, whenever a foe is threatened with a chokehold or takedown with this weapon, they must flip the results to fail when resisting its effects. My god. Okay. Cannot deal damage or inflict injuries. Do not have a medium or long distance increment. Okay. So, are you wanting to chokehold him or take him down?
Take him down.
Okay, so you're doing a takedown, and I have to flip to fail my resist on this. Okay. Okay, takedown. Make a
It's just so complicated.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great attack. I love it. So you did all that. You don't have to do. Okay. Foe must resist with using a coordination. Oh my gosh! And when he's taken down, if you guys attack, you get an extra d6. Basically, you guys are winning, and I'm mad about it. Okay.
It's not supposed to be DM versus players.
No, I know. I'm not mad about it. Like, you guys are doing great. I'm in it. I'm just like, oh man, dang it. I'm like rooting for my team, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so he has to make a coordination. Let me guess. Yep, doesn't have that trained. That's just gonna go well. And I have to flip to fail my results. This is gonna be so bad. Yep, that's whoa by 1%. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my gosh.
He needed a 50% or better. It's actually not bad. He got a 51%, which is a failure. I don't have any misfortunes, so I can't re-roll that. He is taken down to the ground.
Okay.
That is all of your action points. That brings us to Adarag. Adarag, you have 3 action points. What do you want to do?
Do I see my stiletto
Currently in the net, in the creature.
in the creature?
Double entangled.
Double entangled. Okay. Is there something for like unarmed attacks?
There should be. Let's double check.
You hold your flintlock point blank.
I haven't reloaded it yet, so I'm just gonna beat him with the back end of my flintlock. Use it as a club.
Barehanded. Let me open up character sheets. I'm gonna apply barehanded to both of you guys just so that you have it.
Okay.
There you go. And Gnimwirt, barehanded.
Okay.
There you go. All right. Both of you guys have barehanded now.
And I swear it's equipped.
So are you going to what are your action points? What are you doing?
Okay.
Talk us through.
Let's see. So I've got 3 action points. Let's see. So I'm going to use one of them to let's see. And let's see. So this is one question that I had.
I'm ready for it.
So I see that for damage tracker, as it goes down to slain, whereas the peril tracker is the one that actually goes down to incapacitated.
Yes.
So if we wanted to knock this thing out without killing it, would we have to incapacitate it, or would we be able to do a subdue and bring it down to essentially do
Slaying, but you're subdued, so you're not killing it. Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Either would work.
Either or. Okay. Gotcha.
And
Okay, then yeah.
to answer your question earlier, Tough Nuts, when you were asking me about moderately wounded, seriously wounded, if that affects you mechanically, what I was thinking of is the peril tracker. That's when you start ignoring skill ranks.
Got it.
But the damage tracker is not. I just saw that. It's on the sheet.
Okay.
Okay. What is Adarag wanting to do?
So Adarag is going to, let's see. So first he's going to do subdue. So avoid inflicting
Slain effect.
slain effect.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he's going to, let's see. Going to do a barehanded attack.
Okay.
And then, yeah. And then I'm going to, hang on with this 1 second. I want to see. And I'm going to do inspiring words.
Inspiring
So that's gonna
words. Okay. Make a leadership test. Number of allies equal to your fellowship bonus. What's your current fellowship bonus?
5.
Okay. Add +1 damage and you're giving them back their damage and peril threshold. You
Yes.
jerk. Okay. Make a leadership test. Let's do that first.
All right, leadership test. Oh, I'm not very good at this.
You guys not much of a leader, but I'm ready for it.
All right, here we go.
Wow, let's go! You needed a 45 or better. You got a 23. That is a success. You could use a fortune point to reroll.
No,
Dang.
I'm good on that.
All right. So
and that's
you
on a
succeed.
flip to fail.
So, oh wow, is it?
That's crazy.
Yeah. So with that, yeah, it would flip to 32. Because you don't have it trained.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 32 is still a success. So you're good. So both of you guys, your peril and damage threshold goes back up to normal.
To normal.
You jerks. Yeah. Okay, and then your second one, your third action point was to.
That was a good thought with the net master.
You used what? What did you use your action points on?
So I used one to subdue it.
Subdue. That was the other one. Okay, so go ahead and make your attack with barehanded.
Mm-hmm. And we add a fury dice because he's now prone.
Yeah. Attacks gain 1d6 fury die.
Yep. Okay.
Dang it! Okay, you needed a 52 or better to succeed. You got a 39. You succeeded. Damn, your attack is really good. Your simple melee, 52%. All right.
Yeah.
Great. Excellent. All right, damage.
All right, and it's also stunning. Oh, would this be simple melee? Is this simple?
It
melee?
is a simple melee, yeah.
So then he's also going to have to resist stunning blow.
No. That was your stiletto had a special, like, there's a quality about your stiletto that gave it that effect.
No, it's low blow. It's my
it's your low
trait.
blow that did that?
Yeah.
Oh, you jerk. You big fat jerk. Okay. I was trying to. Can you throw it back up in chat? I don't want to. Oh, you did.
Yeah, I did.
Slow. Okay.
So powerful.
Force of stunning blow. That's insane. Okay. All right. I'm so mad at you. Okay. Do you want to do damage first or stunning blow first?
Let's resolve the stunning blow.
Okay. He must resist toughness or be stunned. And last time I was able to win this off of a misfortune point use.
Mm-hmm.
This one I don't have any misfortune because you guys aren't giving me any. And I fail. He is stunned. He will start his next turn with one less action point. That's not good at all.
And he's prone.
Yep, because it takes 2 action points just to get up. So, sweet. All right, damage. 12. Great. Sweet. Friggin' sweet. Wonderful. The qualities of barehanded. Let's see. Pummeling. Weapons of this quality always refer to brawn bonus whenever inflicting damage instead of combat bonus. Okay. Pummeling weapons can only inflict moderate injuries, never serious or grievous injuries. Finally, pummeling weapons cannot be used to cause bleeding, and it is slow, which means they have a better chance to dodge parry, which he doesn't. Okay, cool. 12 damage. He is unconscious. This creature seems to be unconscious in the net.
Unconscious in the net.
Yes.
Okay.
The dust, the mud settles. This creature is tangled up in a net, a stiletto sticking out of it, seems to be unconscious, laying there after getting punched in the fucking head. Probably kicked, I would assume, at this point. It's laying on the ground, unconscious. Adarag just runs up and soccer kicks it in the head. Knocks it unconscious. Gnimwirt's probably standing over it, holding the net, making sure that it doesn't get out. Meanwhile, DIBS is sniffing the air, looking around at everything except you guys. What do you guys do? You just won your first combat. Let's go! Woo! Cheers!
Hey.
Hey.
And
So-
fun fact, that was my first successful combat I've run in the system. So yay me!
Nice. Did everyone
Hey.
die or something?
No, I just kept messing up all the rules on all my other fights and kept messing up balance and everything. It was terrible. But this, I did
I mean,
this
to be
one
fair, we didn't make this one easy for you. There's a lot of like weird things.
No,
but-
it's good because now the more weird stuff we did, like the more we do it, the better we'll get at it. Going forward, and we'll just be like, oh, I know I want to do this and this and this.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm gonna notice that DIBS is looking around, and I'm gonna whisper, "DIBS, what are you looking at?"
He looks back to you, goes, shh, bitch,
Can I look around to see if I see anything?
Absolutely, you can roll an awareness check to look.
Gilligan, sorry.
A wolf.
A woof. Um.
Yeah, Adarag.
Yeah. So while he's doing that,
I rolled
Yeah, I saw that.
success.
What are you doing while he's talking to DIBS?
while he's talking to DIBS,
Wow.
I saw that child, like when I shot it, I saw the child's face and scream. I'm going to like try to do a close. Now that he's like subdued and he's under this net and he's not moving around, I'm going to try to do a closer inspection of like what this thing is.
Okay. I knew what it was, but I was thinking of D&D 5th edition. Excuse me. Give me 2 seconds. No. Okay.
Would be scrutinized.
That's what I'm thinking. Let me double check, but I think you might be right on that one. Scrutinize. So it's more about, that's more of like an insight.
Awareness, maybe?
What'd you say?
Awareness,
Yeah,
maybe?
I think it really just goes back to awareness. I feel like I'm overusing awareness, but I'm just gonna go ahead and roll awareness. I'm gonna double check it though while I'm looking. The skill
standard
is called
across.
awareness.
It's perception. So is scrutinize, though.
Yeah, it's just weird. I'm looking at the skills in the book, and awareness isn't one of them.
That's
Or at
weird.
least it's not listed. Oh, it's not listed in the side categories, but it is in the book. It's just not listed. That's weird. Okay. Awareness represents the ability to visually notice minute details and sounds, sense it in the air, watch for ambushes, find hidden objects, spot contrivances. Sure. Designed to trap
Contrivances.
contrivances. I hate you.
Yep.
But good job. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna say. Yeah, because scrutinize is used to see through lies, sense motives. Okay. Yeah, go with awareness.
Standard or
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, go standard. Meanwhile, Gnimwirt, you're talking to DIBS. DIBS! And okay, so Adarag, you're checking the body of the creature, the unconscious body. You didn't see anything at first, but you're gonna take a second look with a fortune point. Which will help you succeed. You needed a 55 or less on your first roll. You got an 81, which would be a fail. Your second roll, getting a 10, success. Meanwhile, Gnimwirt, you start proceeding the area around you rather than the creature in front of you, correct?
Yeah, and I succeeded on a 16 there.
Yep, 16 out of 42. Looking around, you hear nothing. You hear nothing at all. But you feel something. A tremor. Just kind of a shiver up your spine.
Okay.
A couple seconds pass. Another one. Shiver up your spine.
Okay.
And as you're kind of looking, you hear nothing at all. Not a sound. But you see. Let me make sure I get this correct here. Yes. You see what looks like a giant mound, like one of those knolls, not like the creature knoll, but like the hill knoll, like what we were going out to find in the one shot with Chison. We went to the knolls to find the knolls. Anyways,
I think of Valheim. Remember those little hills with the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you see like what would look like one of those grassy knolls, these hills, moving through the swamp, making not a sound, but these like large plant-like appendages. Like this thing looks like the size of, comparatively to you, maybe the size of like a city bus.
Okay.
If you were like a child size, you're looking like one of those like city transport buses. Potentially bigger, potentially like a train car. Moving through the swamp. Again, not making a single sound.
Okay, I'm gonna tap on Adarag's shoulder.
Meanwhile, Adarag, before he taps on you, you're checking the body. What exactly were you wanting to look at in the body?
So I was wanting to. So I remember where my bullet like went in, and I saw that face kind of peel off a little bit.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of looking at the body to see like if there's any like seams or anything that I could maybe like pry apart to try to like thinking of like it as like a, I don't know, like an eggshell coming off of like a hard-boiled egg or something like that.
So as you're checking the body, what you're able to tell, and you're no medical professional, you're no botanist to be able to determine human from plant and like know much about them, but what you can tell is the two are intertwined. It looks like a fungus almost kind of coming out of this body. It looks like what used to be a child has been integrated with plants and has, from what you could tell, it almost seems like it was being reborn, kind of recreated as a hybrid between the two. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And at that, you feel a tap on your shoulder.
What is it, sir?
I'm tapping, and I'm gonna first do one of these, the quiet, finger up to my lips.
Face down on the ground, completely prone.
Okay. Yeah, and I'm going to also move like that. I'll notice Dibs does that. Get down on the ground, and I'm going to point to the moving hill so Adarag sees it.
What? Oh.
Adarag, it's tough. Roll an awareness check. Normally, if you point something out, it would just allow you to instantly see, but this thing blends in.
Okay. Standard roll.
Yep, standard roll.
I feel like I have advantage since I'm pointing to it, but
Not in the middle of the swamp. This thing is not close. It's a little ways off, and you hear nothing. So there's no like sound to direct you to it. So he just points out to the swamp.
What
and
is
at
it?
this you hear, I'm scared. Help!
Does it sound like it's coming from the hill?
It sounds like it's coming from where it was coming from earlier, off the side of the trail down in the swamp. Remember, you guys are along this like raised portion of ground that you guys were kind of following, and off the side, the shoulder, it goes down into the swamp, into the brush and everything, and off the right side, where you guys saw that plant, down to the right side, somewhere out in there, you had heard this sound earlier, and now you hear it again.
Okay. Before we leave this area, can I grab some vines on the ground and just tie the twig creature to like some roots, like tie his legs down, tie his arms down? Yeah.
To what end? What is you're just trying to...
I'm trying to immobilize him in case he wakes up.
So you grab... What are you tying it to?
Like roots and stuff, or like if there's a big boulder, or if nothing else, then I'll just like tie his arms together in handcuffs, or something.
A hog tie him.
Yeah. Tie the legs together, the feet together.
I'm gonna allow it. Why don't you give me a...
Just
I'm gonna do a
BDSM.
Yeah, trade. Well, I mean, I can have you roll... Yeah, well, no. Okay, we're gonna... roll a BDSM check, please.
Roll for kinky. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna have you roll a tradecraft. I'm gonna kind of give you a edge on this one. Roll a tradecraft to craft manacles / restraints.
Okay.
You have time to do it, so it's not gonna be a huge issue. Remember that you get a +5 to your normal roll.
Do I flip to succeed?
Yes, I believe one of your things was that.
Okay.
I can double check, but you must flip to... Yeah, you may flip the results to succeed. You don't have to.
I would like to.
I figured you probably would, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You needed a 61 or less. You got a 20. That is a success. You successfully create some restraints and manacles and shackles to bound this thing up, whether it be at the wrist or like you basically just wrapped up its whole body.
Okay. Yeah.
Because remember,
sounds
if you
good.
success, it's considered a critical success.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna kind of just stay low to the ground. How close are we to the plant, and what does that look like now?
You guys are like 5 yards away from the plant. You can go up and investigate the plant. It's gonna take an awareness check. Meanwhile, Adarag, what are you doing?
So now that he's got this thing all tied up, I'm going to take my stiletto out of it.
Okay. Yep.
And then I'm also going to take this time to reload my my flintlock.
Okay. During all of your guys' actions, are you purposely, and this is me kind of giving you a chance, are you purposely trying to be stealthy, or are you just carrying on business as normal?
I would have seen that DIBS and Gnimwirt were trying to be sneaky. I don't know why, but I'll try to follow their lead and be a little bit quieter.
I'm gonna require a stealth check from both of you.
Okay.
Okay. Unless any rerolls want to happen, you both think you're being stealthy. Gnimwirt, you can tell that you can hear Adarag kind of shuffling around, getting some chink, chink,
pounding a lead ball into
like slap his shoulder. Like I'll slap his shoulder. Shh.
Sorry.
And I'll just whisper quietly. There's something out there. Like an entire hill is moving.
A hill, you say? Well, that is worrisome. Are you picking up what I'm saying?
Question marks.
Question marks.
What?
question marks in the
Oh,
game
you
master.
you can see that? You see question marks? Yeah. I had
Yep.
Dibs roll stealth, and basically you guys see he's trying to blend in with a bush, but he's too big. This is a tiny little bush. He's basically sitting on the bush.
So remind me,
Shh,
we're on
flash.
like a path. We're on a path that's like kind of raised, right?
Yeah, so think of you're in the middle of a swamp and there's one like raised kind of ground that the swamp hasn't completely covered, and you guys have been walking along that. Think
So-
of Lord of the Rings when they're walking through that Dead Man's Marsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that.
I got you. 2 questions. The hill that's moving that I see,
Mhm.
which way was it moving? Is it like coming straight towards us, or?
When you saw it, it seemed to be moving the direction you guys are going. So you guys
Okay,
are going
and-
north. It was also going north.
Is it on the east or west side of our path?
The hell just happened? Oh, stream. Oh, apparently I have sound effects on. Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, guys. I just got basically a donation from a friend of mine. Thanks, man.
Heck yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Kira and I are doing great. She just walked by. I will absolutely give her a treat. I don't have any. Can dogs have butter toffee popcorn with peanuts?
Probably not.
Probably not. Let's go with no. I'll give her a treat after stream. First question was which direction it was going. It's currently heading north from what you could tell. Second question.
Is it on the west or east side of our path?
It's on the east side of the path, but it was further away than where you were hearing the voice from. If that helps.
And the voice was coming from the east or west side?
East side as well.
Okay.
West is where it was the ocean. Ocean's up
Right.
west side somewhere up there.
Right. For now, I'm going to shuffle over to the west side so that I'm kind of just peeking over the path, like behind the hill.
Yeah, so you're kind of going
And
down the
keeping my
embankment.
eye. Yeah, keeping my eye on that hill, just watching where it goes.
Okay. And Adarag, what were you doing? You
Um,
were reloading and everything. You got your
Reloading.
flintlock reloaded.
Yeah,
Make sure you
pull my
keep track
squad
of
up.
your ammo. So you're down to what, 5 shots?
um,
I think you started with 6. Is that correct? I'm just pulling that
it's
number out of my ass.
encumbrance. Yeah, I'm trying to. Let's see. Where's my?
I remember you started out with.
Encumbrance description.
Okay,
Notes. Current shot count 8. Yeah, so I'm down to 7.
Oh, okay. You start with 8 shots. Damn, Gnimwirt really hooked you up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was probably all he had left, and he was like, "I need protection. Here, take this gun and protect me." All right. So what did you want to do? You see that Gnimwirt has Dibs is sitting on a bush, and Gnimwirt has pretty much slunk off the west side of the embankment.
Okay, and is Dibs on the east or west side of the embankment?
Basically on the west side, but he's still on top of the embankment. He's on top of the path, sitting on a bush. Very visible.
I'm going to like hunched over, like trying to be as quiet as I can, like walk over because I see Gnimwirt doing this sneaky thing, and I'm like, okay, let's do this. And I'm going to kind of like hunched over, like go over to the side of the embankment and kind of like grab Dibs by like the collar, or I guess I don't know, like does he have a collar?
He's not wearing a collar. All he's wearing is an apron and a belt.
All right.
Otherwise, he's naked. Yeah. His little butt is very visible.
I'm gonna grab him kind of like by the so the apron probably like goes up around
scruff of the neck, like
scruff of the neck, like yeah, like kind of pull him off behind the
shit!
to the backside of the embankment.
He gets pulled down. He doesn't really resist. Ah, shit! Falls down next to you. He goes, go. Yeah. Rude.
Sorry. Let's go.
I thought we were friends.
We are.
You see this
I love
guy?
you.
Quiet.
Oh, yeah. Shh. Shh. Stupid. Didn't
Gnimwirt,
DIBS teach you
Still
anything?
just the hill's still just moving north.
Unless you want to roll another awareness, you don't see it.
Gnimwirt, what do your gnome eyes see?
You spot it. It has moved north. Seems to be moving northwest. It seems like it's gonna cross over the path at some point up ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna
Again,
Before
no
I-
sound, slow movement, but with each step, you feel a tremor and a shiver just vibrate up your spine.
Okay. Before I answer Adarag's question, I look over to DIBS. DIBS, what is this
Yeah,
scary?
buddy.
Shh, remember, be quiet.
Yeah, shut up, Adarag.
This scary hill thing. Have you
Scary
seen this
hill?
before? Like the hill that moves through the swamp?
You've been sitting in mushroom patches.
No, I
Oh.
saw it with my own eyes.
So what? Oh, rawr!
Yeah, right.
Yeah, rawr bad.
Does it just
shit's
keep
fucked?
crossing? It just keeps crossing the path.
What? No, that'd be dumb.
Do you know where it's going? I saw it headed north.
It's hunting. It's monster hunts.
So it hunts for people like you and me.
Yeah, it eats. Nom nom. Nom nom.
Does
He's
it
gonna
eat
gobble
the-
you all up, you little bones. He goes to like pinch your cheek. He's like, you gonna be a little snack.
Yeah. I know. Did it eat the children too? Is that what we're hearing with that girl's voice?
What children? What's that mean? Hey, Adarag, what's that mean?
I believe he means the little folk.
From where the people
Yes.
like you the human?
yes.
No, I don't think. I mean, maybe if children are stupid. Are
Have you
children
guys
stupid?
heard the voice of that child near the path?
Oh yeah, the other monsters, the rars, the mini rars, they make those noises. Yeah. They
The stick thing that we fought.
Yeah, they capture and mimic, make the same sound. So they take prisoner go ah, and then monsters are able to go ah in the same way.
Where do they keep these prisoners?
He turns and points to the plant.
Like inside their body?
What? Are you sure you don't do mushrooms? Do you
I'm as
have
confused
mushrooms?
as you are.
Funny that you mentioned mushrooms. From what I was seeing, it looks like it's some sort of fungus. It's like an infection of sorts.
I don't know what any of
Those-
that means, but the mushrooms make you see shit, and they're a lot of fun.
Oh, really?
We'll have to try that later.
Yeah, yeah. We'll be all like friends. It'll be like initiation or whatever, and we'll all be friends because we all
Yes,
do
yes.
the mushrooms.
Yeah, we'll do that. But before we can do mushrooms,
Fuck
we
yeah.
need to remember, be quiet. Shh.
Yeah, shut
Remember,
up. Shh.
shh. Yeah. But before we do mushrooms, we gotta find that girl where the twig person put the girl.
I don't know. I mean, it took girl dead probably. I don't know.
Would I have recognized the child that apparently like stuff was growing out of?
You can roll an awareness check to see.
Yep.
I'll allow that.
Nope.
No, you didn't recognize that one. No.
Okay, I'm gonna like army crawl back towards the twig person.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start looking around where I think the girl's voice was coming from, but I'm trying to keep my awareness up to see if I see the hill moving towards us.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an awareness check. Adarag, what are you doing while Gnimwirt just kind of scrambles off? Scrambles.
Scrambles off.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
starts
Nailing
putting
this.
some letters together.
Trolls.
Yeah, your awareness checks are golden. You need a 42 or less. You got a 35. You succeeded. I'll tell you what happens with that in a minute. Adarag?
Yeah, so Adarag is going to he's going to kind of like prompt. He's going to ask DIBS. DIBS, what? It looked like in the fight you were looking for something. What are you looking for?
Hunter. Monster. Rah. I don't want to get eaten. Stupid people get eaten.
Oh no, you were
Dibs
looking for
back.
something.
Run.
You were looking for something in your pack. Did you lose something?
Oh, yeah. Shit.
What?
Really good.
What?
It goes,
what
makes
do
everything
you-
go. Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah.
Go.
You get it. Great.
Adarag
He goes to like high
Adarag
five
does
you.
not get it.
He just like hits
Adarag
you in the chest. He's like, yeah.
Do you throw it? Do you consume it? How does it work?
You dumb. Stupid. Don't consume. You go. No.
Oh.
Throw it away.
Okay.
That'd be so
That's
dumb.
interesting.
Oh my god. No. Actually, no. Yes, consume it. Yeah, definitely do that. Well, Dave's gonna be over there, but you consume it.
I feel
Good
like
idea.
you have. I feel like you have malintention in your heart when you say that.
No. I don't know what that means. Maybe I do. Is that a good thing? I have so much malnutrition.
I see. Well, interesting. Well, I'll help you look for it if we seem to come across it.
Yeah, I dropped it. I can't find it. Very bad. Must find.
Does it have a time limit on it? Does it expire and go?
He kind of thinks, and then he looks at you and goes, "Yes, yes, it does."
How long does that usually take?
Real quick. Must find.
Real quick. So, while it's in the bottle,
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
it'll just go
Uh-huh.
at a rat, just quick.
Yeah.
I
I had to. Found out. They go. Not good.
I try to like army crawl over to Gnimwirt, who is currently carrying this item, and try to convey some of this to him.
Gnimwirt, you rolled an awareness check. You were checking for voice of creatures and keeping an eye on the mound, correct?
Yeah, I'm looking for the little girl's voice, and I'm keeping an eye on the mound. Yeah.
Okay. You've gone over to the east side, crawling over the east side. You, with that success, I'm gonna have you roll a second one to keep an eye on the mound. But this one got you a success on finding the voices. So you see a little. You see a bulb being closed up, and two of these sprig creatures kind of sealing it closed, and kind of what looks like working on it. Two of these twig blights. You also hear, and then you hear one of the twig blights in a mocking way go, "Won't anybody help me? Save me! Oh!" And then you see the two twig creatures just kind of like, they go to move off.
When the plant was closing, did I see like another twig creature in it?
No,
Or-
you didn't get a look. It was already sealing.
Okay.
You rolled another awareness check to keep an eye on the mound. You don't see it anymore. It seems to have moved off. And at this point, you feel something touch your boot. Looking over your shoulder, you see Adarag has crawled up next to you, and you see DIBS has crawled up behind him.
I'm gonna like shuffle up, so DIBS is kind of like at my feet, and I'm kind of at
Basically,
Gnimwirt
Dibs is your shadow. So you crawled up next to Gnimwirt, and he's kind of crawled up in between you two.
Okay.
What's up, fuckers?
Our little friend here seems to have lost something.
Yeah, me. That's me.
He says it is something that goes, and he also mentioned that there may be a short fuse on it.
Yeah, probably. We need to find it real quick. Uh-huh.
Dibs,
So
what is it? What does it look like?
Uh, hmm.
Is that about is his hands like about the size of the vial that we picked up earlier?
Give or take.
Give or take, plus or minus.
Could be.
Do I recognize what they're talking about or no? I mean, metagaming, I know, obviously, but
Yeah. Look at
Oh,
something. What is your character's intelligence? You got 50. Yeah, you're pretty aware of what. Dibs lost something. He holds
Okay.
it like this.
okay.
Yeah.
I'll pull it out. Dibs, I found this on the ground back there.
Careful. This guy.
Is this what you're
That's
talking
mine.
about? Here, take it.
Oh, yes. Thank you. You guys are so good. You found it so fast. He
That was a very impressive job there, Master.
tucks it back on, like, hooks it back onto his belt. Phew. You can see he's not very careful with it when he takes it. He just kind of hooks it and it swings all over the place.
Sloshing around.
Yeah, much better.
Okay, I'm
Right.
moving green bottle. I'm gonna point over to the Spriggans and say, I just saw two, or whatever they are, twig
You see
blights.
them, they're moving off. They seem to be going east.
Okay. I'll point over to the plant. I just saw two twig blights like the ones we fought. I saw them wrap something up in that plant. It's probably another one of what we saw.
Then it might be soon enough that we might be able to take it out before the rot starts to set in.
What is your guys' initiative?
Initiative.
Mhm.
My initiative is 8.
You're both 8?
Yes.
Okay. Both of you guys see Dibs get wide-eyed, stand up, unhook the bottle, and go to huck it. But both of you are able to act before he does it.
Let's see. I'm going to really quickly like arrest his hand and kind of try to bring him down.
And then I'll try to catch the potion.
You're easily able to do that. He gets brought down to the guys.
I'll
Hey,
put a hand
whose
over
side
his
are you
mouth.
on?
Put a hand over his I just whisper into his ear, "Quiet now. What are you thinking?" And
That
I,
tickles.
and I slowly open up his mouth.
That tickles. Fucking weirdo. Don't do that. Done like that. What?
Right.
Why you take my
What-
stuff again?
what-
You stole from me.
What were you just about to do?
Kill bad guys.
No,
We just fought the plant. Why do you want to fight another?
So they don't have more bad guys.
but you see,
They keep regenerating then.
What?
yeah,
I
you
would
lost me on that one too.
Say again. Tough note, sorry.
I said, why would there be more bad guys?
What do you mean, why would there be more bad? What? You found it. What do you mean?
In the plant?
Yeah, bad guys.
Let's try to take him out peacefully before we try to do
How
this.
you fight bad got monster peacefully? What are you gonna
Like
do? Give
this,
and I-
kisses?
Like
Kiss
this,
bad
and then
guys. This guy kisses bad guys.
I'm gonna ask Dibs. Is it the longer we wait, the worse it gets?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna hand him back the green potion.
He takes it,
And-
stands up, and goes to huck it.
no.
God! What the hell?
Let me go try to open it up with my stiletto.
Oh yeah, that went so well that time. Okay, go hit it. Use a rock.
Well,
Hurry,
No.
quick! He grabs a rock. Here, use this. That's real smart.
I as
Adam-
quickly as I can.
Oh,
What's that?
okay.
Go
I
ahead.
as
No, if you're
quickly
in
as
a way, I can't say anything.
I as quickly as I can am army crawling over to trying to keep my my wits about me because I know that the two Spriggans just left from here, but I'm going to try to go up and try to open up the plant with my stiletto.
Tough nuts. Excuse me. Gnimwirt. Roll a not insight. Scrutinize for me. Is what you'd be picking up off of DIBS.
I think so. Hold on. Alchemy. Okay, no. So I just get plus 10. Is that? I think it's automatic.
Yes,
Okay.
it should be. You needed a 52. You got a 9. Damn.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. Show roll details. Yep, skill rank bonus plus 10%. So normally it would be a 42, but it's 52. That. You succeed. DIBS might just be saying stuff that sounds right so that you guys will act. He's like, hey, find my stuff. Yeah, we have to find it really quick, probably. Okay, you guys found it really quick for me. Thanks. So with this, is time a factor? He goes, yes. Is it really, or does he just want you guys to act?
Okay.
And you're watching Adarag crawl towards this thing. DIBS kind of looks around, looks at the bottle, realizes no one's holding his hand anymore, and goes to stand up again. Adarag, you've got a chance to act before he acts. Excuse me, Gnimwirt, you have a chance to act before he acts.
Yep.
Okay. Can I grab his hand to stop him from throwing?
God damn it!
And I'm gonna yell out, Adarag, wait. I'm assuming I have to be a little bit louder since he's not right next to me now.
Yeah, yeah, he's crawling off.
I stop. Probably because I think right now I'm thinking like, oh crap, is something right above me? And
Adarag freezes like, oh shit.
oh shit. And I like slowly like look under my arm to Gnimwirt.
Yeah.
And I'm
DIBS wins.
after I said that, I'm focused on DIBS, and I've got his arm. And I say, "What are you not telling us?"
Lots of things.
Time is not of the essence. I can tell. Why are you telling us it is?
What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Time not essences.
Why are you in such a hurry to take these actions and fight these monsters?
Cause if you don't, and monsters, you get more monsters, and it's bad. Unless you want more monsters. You guys like monsters. He kisses monsters.
Now that
DIBS
I
think- Oh yeah, go ahead, Adam.
yeah, now that I see that like it's not like anything pressing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
He goes,
going.
Adarag, wait, and then they just start whispering.
Yeah, and so I'm just going to like go up to the plant and like try to inspect it.
Okay. As you're crawling up to it, did you have final thoughts or words before he gets to the plant?
Me?
Yes.
I'm gonna notice that he's there, and I'll approach with the net, and say, if we're gonna do anything, let's try to get it in the net right away this time.
Okay, so you're going back and getting. Well, did you already have the net? You probably have the net. So you're done with DIBS and moving up to Adarag?
Just because I see Adarag still advancing, so I want to catch up to him before something happens.
Adarag, you'll make it to the plant before he does. What do you do once you get there?
I'm first going to be inspecting it. Is it? Can I see anything within the bulbs? Is there like a seam that I can look through and look into it?
Give me an awareness
Without
check to
just-
investigate the bulb.
Yeah.
Give me standard across the board.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
You need a 55 or less, you got an 81. That is a fail. He's gonna go ahead and reroll.
No, I didn't.
You take a second. You wipe the mud out of your eyes that Dibs excellently kicked into your face. And
I have a 55%. Why
yeah.
is this so bad?
And you got a 50. You succeed.
Yeah.
You see that this cocoon has been pretty well sealed. They seem to know what they're doing. Doesn't seem to be any moaning, movement, nothing. No way to look in. Looks like a bulbous plant.
Okay. Do I see any seams on it? Like not necessarily like open seams, but just like seams on like where I can see like the petals are like coming together and folding on top of each other?
No. But you do notice that no, you wouldn't notice. Never mind. Wreck on that.
Yeah.
You didn't notice anything.
Okay.
Basically,
so I just see...
I kind of messed something up earlier that I kind of should wreck on. Yeah, I'm gonna wreck on it. The first bulbous plant that you guys found, when you cracked it open with a rock, a very, 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 very putrid smell came out of it, like rotten.
Okay.
Absolutely fucking rotten. This one you don't smell anything on. That's what you
Gotcha.
notice.
Okay.
Did we smell the other one before it was opened, or
No.
only after it was opened?
After it was open.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry for that. My bad. A lot of things to keep track of.
Yes. All right, then I'm going to try to make just like a single pinprick in the at like the top of the bulb.
Okay. It's about as tall as you. And as you
Okay.
stand up to do that, Gnimwirt, you reach him. You want to do anything? You see him hands up over the bulb.
Okay. I'm just gonna say before you open it, let's be prepared with the net just in case, it's like the last one.
Okay, well, if it folds out, then we'll just reach it. We'll just spread it over the top and put it down.
Yeah, I nod my head.
Hey, you guys need Dibs help? Hey guys, got friends.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, Dibs.
Watch our backs.
you need Dibs help from over here?
I beckon him over.
Maybe you need Dibs help from over here.
Dibs, watch out for a moving hill.
Yeah, bro.
He starts perceiving everything. I'm gonna roll for that.
He becomes omnipotent.
Yeah. That's an awareness check. Yeah. All right, chat. You see that? Hopefully, you guys are watching chat. Or watching stream. All right. What do you guys do?
All right.
The net.
Adarag continues with his like trying to just poke a little hole in the top.
Okay. This one doesn't immediately come apart. You cut it like you were cutting a plant.
Okay. And from the incision that I've made, do I smell anything?
No.
Okay. I'm going to continue to like slowly open the plant until I can like look inside, make a small enough incision to like look inside.
Gnimwirt, you're standing there, net at the ready, in the middle of the swamp, in the middle of an unknown land that you have no business being in. You're hunting down a thief who stole your recipe, and now you're in the middle of the swamp holding a net over a plant as a halfling cuts into this bulbous plant and a lizard man watches your backs. This is the situation you find yourself in. And as you ponder this, Adarag, you're cutting into this plant, being ever so careful, trying to be sly, trying to be stealthy. I'm going to need both of you roll a stealth and have Dibs roll as well.
Oh. Oh gosh.
90 out of 43 for Gnimwirt, and a 75 out of 51 for Adarag. You guys have one fortune point. Do either of you want to use it?
No, because one of us is failing.
Uh,
All right.
nope.
Okay.
Yep. We're all going to fail together.
Gnimwirt. You feel no. You hear nothing. You feel a sudden shock go up your spine. Adarag.
Mhm.
A hand reaches out of the hole you just cut and grabs your arm. Just like grabs your arm and pulls your arm into the plant. As you're all of a sudden yanked into this plant. And that's where we're going to end this episode. That's the end of episode 3 for King's Crossing, the second saga. Huge shout out to the players. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thanks everybody. Did you guys have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That was good.
If
That
you're
was a
in the
good
stream,
introduction.
yeah. You guys like the combat? We got through combat.
We got through combat.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
that
hold on.
answers-
Sorry, I'm taking notes.
Okay, no worries. We're gonna be jumping into Under the Table, which is a post-game talk show where we go in and we break down the whole campaign as a whole. Everything's open to discussion. If anyone in chat wants to join, you guys can always talk, ask questions. Anyone here, we can ask each other questions, whatever we want to do. I won't give away spoilers, but everything's open to discussion. You can ask, and I'll do my best to answer to the best of my abilities without giving away anything critical. We'll be heading out into that in a minute. In the meantime, huge shout out to our sponsor, which is a podcast done by a good friend of mine, Mr. Pickles. It's called And I Took That Personally. They've got 5 episodes out now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, where you can listen to him and his co-host, Chison, otherwise known as Brad, break down some movies that you'd never wanted to watch, but they're actually turned out to be quite interesting. So they watch them so that you don't have to, and tell you all about it. It's good time. It's entertaining. It's not something I thought I'd be interested in, and I love them. And I've spent 5 hours listening to this podcast now. So if that's not a Yelp review, I don't know what is. Huge shout out to my players here. Thank you guys so much for joining. We got Adis and Tough Nuts. You guys want to do a quick outro? Tell us anything, your projects you got going on, anything you guys want to shout out?
Sure. I'm DMing another game. It's the classic Lost Mines of Phandelver. Adis here is one of my players. It's in person on every other Sunday. So we don't stream it, but we do talk about it every Monday at our Drinks and Discussions, Dirty something.
Drinks and Discussions, the RPG podcast. Drinks and Discussion, DRDI, so it's called Dirty.
Dirty.
Yeah. 'Cause we can't call it D&D, which is originally what I named it for, but I was told by my legal team that we're not allowed to call it D&D because that's already taken, so they changed it to Dirty because we're dirty.
Dirty. Also, Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough with both these fellas. We're doing that when we have time.
Yep, that's currently up on YouTube. You guys can check it out on the channel.
Yeah.
Adis, you got anything you want to add? You're a part of all the
yeah,
same projects, but yeah.
All the same projects. Yep. Baldur's Gate 3. We got our Mines of Phandelver. We got this going on. Drinks and Discussions. Yeah. By Boeing.
By Boeing, yeah. Let's get that sponsor, man. I need the money. All right, that's it
I
for
think we
us.
get in trouble for that, Adam.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, we hear you're trying to sell our products.
Well, you could use it at the moment.
It's okay. My main customer that I work for, they're in a recession right now too, and I'm like, sucks for you. Anyways, that's it from us. Thank you guys so much for joining. You'll be able to catch another episode 4, coming out next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here live on the channel. If you're watching these on YouTube, they go up every Thursday at 7 p.m. So you'll be able to see it there. That's it. Have a great night. If you're in the stream, stick around for Under the Table. If you guys are watching on YouTube, Under the Tables come out on Sundays. All 3. One for King's Crossing First Saga, one for King's Crossing Second Saga, and one for Strange Town of Gnimwirt. So 3 videos out on Sundays. Okay, bye.